the surgeon was like, "You're actually better off getting hit by a truck." That was the amount of
Oh,
damage done to my knee. So after that, I just like I went out drinking and didn't really care anymore. I just didn't have an interest in sports, and I was kind of like I was out for so long. I ballooned up in weight. Like I show you pictures, I was 100 and over 100 kilos nearly. I was quite
this
heavy.
sounds so familiar.
Yeah, this is everyone's story. Yeah,
This
yeah,
is exactly what happened to me.
yeah. Whispering sweet nothings. I could have made it, but my knee injury. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was literally
And
it. And I
how
stopped playing football then, and I went back playing. I just went playing Leinster Senior, and I got into boxing then, just as a novice. I had an exhibition fight, just getting into losing weight and trying to get back into sport. And yeah, and then my sister's boyfriend, he actually mentioned because I second into running then, and he was like, "There's this thing called Hyrox," and I was like, "What the fuck is Hyrox?" You know?
sounds like a drug.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
Something
don't
you
want to
take if
take
you
it.
have asthma.
Yeah, yeah. But that's how it started, and I signed up. I did my first one in Glasgow in like I'm probably going ahead here, but I did my first one in Glasgow like February 2023. Actually, not that long ago, and I got my ass handed to me in that one. That was a very humbling experience. And after that, I was like, okay, how do I train for this? What do I need to do? And then that's where I kind of got the bug.
So we're talking the space of 18 months and you've done all this.
Yeah, it was. Well, Dublin from Glasgow to Dublin was a space of I think it was it February, so November. It would have been the space of probably about 8 9 months. I went from yeah winning my first pro.
Oh my God.
When you did Glasgow, did you do pro or open? So
I,
people
I I
don't
did
know,
pro.
there's
I did
two.
pro. Yeah, I did
You
pro in
just jumped
Glasgow.
into the hard version, the heavy
Yeah,
sleds and
I
stuff, and
thought I
off you
was like,
went.
oh, this is like when you look at it on paper, it's like it does look hard, but it kind of like, oh yeah, just run 1K and then I'll get through this and I'll run another K and then, but when you do it, it's like it's especially like doing the pro weights, it's just humbling.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it is. I'll never forget. I went out. There's videos of Graham Halliday. He's the Elite 15 Scottish athlete, phenomenal athlete, and Tony Rebel, who I'm kind of close with now. But we went out and we literally ran our first 2Ks at 301, 302. We were on like world record pace till they got to the sled push. And I'll never forget, there was a big crowd there. And I was ahead of Graham Halliday, who was Elite 15 at the time. And I was like, oh, I'm doing unreal here. And I got to the sleds and there was a big crowd there. And they're like, go on, Sean. And then I just literally pushed the sled and they're like, oh. I couldn't move it. I couldn't move it. It took me about 5 minutes. I couldn't move it. But yeah, that was a learning experience to say the least.
What was your
When
next
you
lap?
Oh, but no, I actually ran the 1Ks fast enough because I was like, I knew
Okay.
that there was going to be splits. I was like, just get the kilometers and then you can go really slow on the stations.
coming back from an injury like that, and this is the bit that I find most impressive in the space of time you've gone from that level to Dublin, you've come back from a serious injury as well.
Yeah,
Part of me, when I get, and Sean can verify, he was there for some days when I couldn't even, because mine was back, yours is knee, equally as frustrating. Like I wouldn't even cross the road without hurting and this, and it took a long time mentally.
yeah,
How was it for you transitioning back into sport? I know we kind of glossed over it. You did at Leinster Senior back into soccer, but that's
yeah.
that's a big part of mental toughness. How did you find that transition
Yeah,
back into
well,
fitness?
I initially tried to get back playing at the same level. Like I was playing in the top league up the north. I signed for Dungannon, and to be honest with you, I went back way too soon. I was very hesitant the first 3 months. I didn't want to injure it again because it was like a year of rehab, and in my head, I was like, if I injure this again, like just the notion of going through all the rehab and the operation, and I was very hesitant. It was definitely a mental struggle.